What's up, Walking Dead fam? We are back to discuss the latest and last for right now. We'll talk about it in a second. But we're here to talk about episode 15 of The Walking Dead, The Towers. And yes, this is the last episode of the season for now because of, the pandemic with COVID-19. They can't complete the visual effects for the finale of season 10. So for right now, we're on the hiatus until that, until they're able to complete that. So this is our finale up to the finale, so to say. And I had a lot of fun with this episode, and I had fun with it because that's the man in me just trying to hold my head up. Because this episode was it emotional. It was emotional. And the thing is, for me, like, I love a lot of good storytelling. I really do. I love I love character development, and I'm invested into this series since day one. And I said it on my last episode review about how there's a lot of like humanity on display, because in the barbaric time of just survival and all that instance, you kind of forget like these people are still humans, and a lot of it was put back into display last episode. And man, did they double down on that this episode, because outside of just that tone, there was just so much good, generally acting by the cast. Like, people really stepped it up. Like, I have to say, they really did. And this show is, I cannot wait. I can't wait for the finale. Can't wait for season 11. They're up in the ante on as Unity. As far as the people that's filming. The special effects, like they said, like they just don't have enough time to do it, which means like they say they're putting the best and top quality that they've ever done in anything into this finale. So like everyone's up in the ante, and it's just showing on so many different platforms, and whether it be acting, the storytelling, everything's just been up in the ante for me. But until we get episode 16, we do get Worlds Beyond that's going to premiere on April 12th. So we do have that to look forward to. But as far as episode 16, the finale, we just do not know. There's no indication as to when, obviously, because we don't know when things are going to kind of normalize with the pandemic and the COVID-19. But let's talk about this episode right here, because, man, this was crazy. So I said the last episode, and I'll say it again. The Walking Dead, when it comes to casting, they are on point. They're on point. Bringing these comic book characters to life, and the people that they're getting to fill these roles, I think they're doing a phenomenal job. And Paola Lazaro, who's been casted for Princess, she's going to be amazing. Now, this is her first episode that we really truly get to know who Princess is. And we found out that she's been on her own for a year, and she really got this really fun and giggity personality. But yeah, she's kind of reckless, but fun mentality and personality. So I know people that have this type of personality, and like I said, her personality is really the encompass of somebody who just lives in Atlanta, to be honest. Because it's, and when I say reckless, it's that idea of like that mentality of being by yourself and taking chances on yourself. And that's truly the epitome of what her character was, because she said, look, I've been here for a year, and I figured at some point I would run into somebody, and that she did. And she put that on display. She verbally said it. That introduction between her and Ezekiel is the funniest thing that I knew I had to have, and I'm so glad that we had it, because I said it before. I said King Ezekiel and Princess, and that, I love that scene. That was so much fun. And I gotta say, with this season, with us losing such a big person and denied, I feel like this is a huge gain and plus for the cast, because I love this character, the dynamic, I love the casting, and I just love this different style of personality that the show has not had. And I think, you know, fans are, she's going to be quickly one of everybody's favorites. I can see that coming from a mile away. Already she's getting up there for me. I'm loving it. And we'll talk a little bit more about her in a little bit. But yeah, Daryl still doing what he does best, tracking, making sure everybody's, you know, doing surveillancing around the territory to make sure nothing is out of the ordinary. But him, you know, sending a message out from Michonne, just the feels. The feels, people. And I had feels all episode. And this was the first one. I was just like, the feels. And thank God Beta is Beta, because I need that balance. Otherwise, like, this just turns into an episode of This Is Us. And that, I would never review that show, because I'd just be in tears the entire time. But like, thank God that Beta is in the show, because that gives me that healthy balance to be able to review this without being an emotional wreck. But Beta with the new mask and it having half of Alpha's face, okay, yeah. And although he's paying homage to the Alpha, he's not ready for that title. So you better not be calling him the new Alpha, because you will be an example as somebody else almost was. But man, luckily he heard a voice. It wasn't the voice of God, but it was the voice of reason that protected that other whisperer, because yeah, he's not ready for that. So again, Judith and Lydia talking about their mothers. Holy crap. That, again, the feels, because it's such a mature scene. And the two of them and what they've been through and going through, and to have that conversation, to even, you know, put that on the surface, I was like, wow. And just Judith herself, her mentality about just wanting to protect everybody and keep everyone safe and wanting to step up in her role is just, it's just remarkable of showing the growth of this character. Let's be honest now, Judith is truly going to be the hybrid of Daryl, Rick, Michonne, and Carl. This factors of all of those characters all in one with her. You know, the leadership with Rick. She's trying to learn Daryl's tactics. Michonne, the one that's truly raised her, and then that humane feel that she gets about everybody, about people, you know, the fam, like in this episode, you know, saying that, you know, hey, that person has a family. That is straight out of Carl's book right there. She's truly the hybrid of all of them. And again, we just keep going down the emotional roller coaster here. The superpowers conversation with Kelly and Carol. Jesus Christ, why? Just, oh my God! Like, real talk. That scene alone needs to just be cut and pinned to the top of the Walking Dead's Twitter feed, because that is a real life lesson that people need to understand. That, you know, people like to think of disabilities or disadvantages as weaknesses, when in fact it's truly some people's superpower. And I just to see Carol was me in that scene. To hear somebody give you the voice of reasoning of that sort, and it just resonates so well with your life, you're just like, oh my God. Like, I did not see that coming. I was just over there. I was like, man, giving me the vibes. I was like, you better preach, Kelly. Bring it, girl, for real. But so moving on, like, so now, you know, now that they decided, they're trying to figure out what to do with Princess and everything. Princess legit pissed me off here. When she pulled that stunt and taking them through the minefield, it truly made me mad. As much as all of them was mad, it made me mad too, because I was just like, bruh, there's so much emphasis on, like, we need to get out of here, we don't have time, and you out here playing games. And she literally prioritized fun, you know, over the objectives that needed to have been done. And I was like, all right, that again, it pissed me off. But in the you know, the emotional roller coaster that we're in right now, when she talked about her background story as to why she's on her own and why she's the type of person she was. And then the thing that got me, this is what got me, people. When she was just like, I'm just a human, I make mistakes. I was like, me too, sister, me too. And for the others to confine in that, I was just like, whoo. I mean, you if you didn't feel something there, you got to watch that again, because I think, again, that's what makes us humans, because we all have our flaws, we all make our mistakes, and to be able to admit that, man, whew. Now look, Cassidy Fleming, who plays Judith on The Walking Dead, I met her. She is amazing. She is a big ball of energy. It's such that small body. She is the absolute best. I am saying this right now. We have to protect her at all times on this show, because man, there was some intense moments, or just somehow the shots were done that had me on the edge of my seat. Like, come on now, we're not gonna do this. We're not going to do this. So I'm putting that out there right now. We must protect her. That's all. But yeah, it was this one scene. I was man. I couldn't. And you know how The Walking Dead is. Sometimes these emotional scenes, and then boom, and something happens, and whatever it may be. I mean, I'm talking about. I don't want no close calls. I don't want any of that. Period. Like I said, she's the hybrid of 4 of the best characters on the show. So by all means, she needs to be invincible in everything she does. Cassidy McClincy, who plays Lydia right now, I'm easily going to say that she easily put on her best performance yet with that powerful scene with her and Negan. Amazing. And then again, in such a young career that she had, she piles on the emotions. She works these emotional scenes like no other. This is her best performance in The Walking Dead to this point. I would love for somebody to contest that, to give me another scene that there are some that comes close to this. I will say that, but this was her best, if you ask me, easily. And again, I just think with everything that's just happening right now, and all these scenes that we're talking about, that's just poured with so much emotion and just really showing more humanity amongst people and maturity. It's truly, first of all, it's powerful, and there's a lot of good messages that come out of it. But man, I'm just thinking well, what the hell is going to happen episode 16 that we're getting all this right now? But then again, the last but not least, the Daryl and Judith chat. I almost shed a tear again, because Daryl was saying what I have to say, what I would have said if I was a character on the show. Look, there's a lot of people back in our town that would do anything to protect you, Judith, period. And I understand that she wants to step up, and I understand she wants to be more involved. I understand, with her mindset and stuff like that, but she can't be taking risks, because the people are ready to lay down for her. And man, when Daryl talks like that, it's as authentic as it comes. It is stamping for approve and good to go. Cash that check when Daryl's talking like that. But this is the final episode before the finale, and it's going to be an all-out war, because you've seen it at the end. Beta's bringing it, and it's going to be an complete war. I'm excited for it. I cannot wait, people. But I am patient, because I understand what's happening with everything. So in the meantime, Worlds Beyond, I'm all in for that. Let's bring it. I'm ready to review it. I'm ready to just watch it and have fun with it and all that other good stuff. But until we get episode 16, I can't wait. And I think a really good suggestion is that, I would have loved for this episode, maybe 16, to kind of float all together. Could it look like it could have been a combo episode? Nonetheless, I can't wait to be able to watch it all the way through again when it does release. I think it's important just because of how this one flowed. But nonetheless, guys, let me know what you think about this episode, The Towers. Come back in the comments and let me know. And until, Worlds Beyond, I'll catch you later.